Hello everyone, today's video will be going over every single achievement in an average campaign. Currently there are 61 achievements, non-limited, and this video will provide you some tips and tricks on how to complete each of them, and a general overview of what they look like before and after being achieved. With that out of the way, let's carry on. Here are every single forest subclass achievement, and what's more important to know would be about the Bloodkin Warlock, as it is a two-parter for their vampiric bloodline boon. So, you have to be the subclass itself and kill a vampire in the dungeon. Once you unlock these two achievements, you get access to the vampiric bloodline boon. With this boon equipped, if you become a Bloodkin Warlock, you get this achievement, the Dream Ending. This is a Easter egg achievement that is in reference to Limbus Company's Canto 7. Moving on to the dungeon subclass achievements, here they all are, and something to know about the Drifter. If you become the Drifter, and while in the dungeon, encounter or have the Dead End Saloon encounter option available, and select it, you would be granted an additional option instead of just hunting down the bounty for Two Gun Thomas. It allows you to duel Two Gun Thomas, which is a specialized dexterity check. More about this later. Here are some skill checks. The luck skill check, which can be found with a clown encounter, found in the clown encounter in the dungeon. On success for the coin flip allows you to either fight or accept their gift. Accepting their gift allows you to get the achievement, I like those odds. For the Dex achievement, it is in the forest, and with the Wizard Tower. If you choose to steal from him, and succeed, that is how you get the Dexterity check achievement. And in the dungeon, for the Faith check, there is an altar at which your priest or so-and-so can pray to, and usually it's the priest, can pray to, and get the achievement there, on success. I heard you need around 60 for 0% chance, and then above that, all the way up to 117 is a guarantee for the Faith check. For the Strength check, which is found in the forest, if you help the Goblin Caravan, you can get both this achievement, the Brute Force, and the La Gobus achievement, all at the same time. And for the Intelligence check, this would be found in the forest with the Potion Seller. And in this you would be making a potion, which is the fourth option after you talk to them. And on success, you would get a health potion from it. Now, here are some additional skill checks. Calling back to what I talked about the Drifter, unlocking an additional option for the Dead End Saloon. The dueling option, on success, will allow you to achieve Western Glory and obtain every single item from Two Gun Thomas. Now, to win this duel, you would need at least, for 67 dexterity, it is a 0% chance of winning. But if you have 67 or has 68 and above, your chances increase until you have 137 dexterity, which is the guarantee. Mind you, you might lose at this check quite often, so this is a good segue into the second achievement, Poor Decisions. Now, if you fail that skill check for the duel, everyone and you on your team will die, netting you the Poor Decision achievement, and failing the Intelligence check at potion making will cause the hut to explode and instantly ending your run. And the third and final way to get this achievement is with the clowns. Failing the luck check allows you to have two options, either enter the cage or fight the clowns. If you choose to enter the cage, your run immediately ends and you're trapped there forever, giving you the Poor Decisions achievement as well. Now moving on to summon achievements. For the Better Pebble wins, you would need to be Mage or Jack of all trades with a staff equipped, and have a summon pebble scroll, which can either be gained by the mage birth sign boon or by killing a pebble. And once you go into the dungeon, find a goblin engineer, wait a couple of turns for him to summon his robotic pebble, I'll call it instead of its full name. But yeah, summon the robotic pebble and have your normal summon pebble kill that pebble. That is how you get that achievement. Now, for the achievement for my lord, you would need to get a priest with a nature tome, which can be either bought in one of the stores in the forest, that being the trading wanderer, I believe, or traveling wanderer, and or craft with 3 cloth and 10 leaves. And in the dungeon, there are 4 options there are 4 ways to getting this achievement. Getting the last hit or killing blow on either the baby, not recommended, Mr. Bones, not recommended, Dante, recommended, and the Bone Drake, which is recommended as well. Dante is usually easier with his lack of that many AoEs, just really high single target damage, and the Bone Drake because he is the final area boss of that section, so you're usually more well prepared for that fight than the others, which can appear at any time between 1 and 12. Here's some general playthrough achievements for the first part, and there's nothing really difficult in the first section, but I believe the second section has a little bit more challenging general playthrough achievements, but still pretty easy to complete. Oh, I don't know why my screen's bugging out. It's been doing that recently. Now, the first part, or the first section, achievement, back from the dead, to resurrect your fallen teammate, can be done through 2 ways, which are all in the dungeon, by the way. First, you either go to an altar and pay 250 gold. The option, by the way, will pop up once you inspect or interact with the altar. And this will provide your teammate with a full revive and no drawbacks, no consequences or anything. And the reason why I mention this is that the second option is through a necromancer. For 100 gold, you can bring back your fallen teammate, but they will spawn back as a zombie, which is weak to holy damage and possibly fire, from what I heard. And they will be at 1/3 or 1/4 of their HP amount, original HP amount, or maximum HP. I'm so sorry, bad with math. For the achievement, say that again, it's basically when you go to the Goblin Chief found in the forest, or the Goblin Village found in the forest, and pay their toll rather than fighting them. And for the full book achievement, it's basically really easy. Have well, maybe bring a party of 3 mages and have them each have a mage birth sign boon equipped, which will allow you to have 1 scroll right off the bat. And if you get lucky enough and everyone gets different scrolls, you guys can just swap the scrolls around to each player and have them equip it, gaining the achievement full book. Moving over to the focus playthrough achievement, we have the achievement Dink. Hitting a recursive critical. Well, what is a recursive critical, or an R crit? It is basically critting twice, or critting when you have over 100% crit chance. And the easiest way of doing this would be either having high dex or high luck, and it's, by the way, recommended to have high luck since it gives you more crit chance than dexterity, I believe. Using load up, high noon, and then scatter shot. Just keep on doing that combo constantly till you get the achievement, which should be obvious when the achievement thing pops up or when you see a pink critical or a pink number show up. Gourmet, this one's not as bad, and eating each consumable can be done throughout the run rather than all at the same time. Just a note, And a tip for this would be having the well rested boon on, and going to a shop in the early rounds to buy 2 honey so you can make a honey glazed carp and apple, and going to the mystical river for the magical vial of water. And from there you should already have 9 consumables that you can eat, and you can grab another one, possibly a honey glazed bee or some other consumable in the dungeon. For connoisseur, obtaining 100 goblin steaks. Now this one is not as bad, but a little bit time consuming. What you want for your team build is 2 drifters, a gloomstalker, and maybe a tank or healer. Or just 1 drifter if you want. Depending on your current party status. At least having 1 drifter should be enough, but having 2 is recommended. And both of them, or one of them, using high noon as to place a bounty on the enemies, which will help you net more gold over time and over the encounters. Once you have enough, you can then go to Gob or Gob's Emporium and buy the goblin steaks there. Mind you, there's a chance for them to actually not show up, which is really annoying and sad because RNG is like that. And their price ranges from lowest 18 to highest, I think 28 or 23. So be well prepared with your amount of gold. The achievement taking your sweet time, defeating an area boss being the giant or bone drake, after 12 plus turns, that being 13 turns or above. I would recommend you to go after the giant, bring maybe 2 priests, both druid subclass, and just spam heal each other over and over till the turn count goes up to 13, and that's when you just kill the boss easily. Now for the potion seller achievement, or potion seller ... achievement, you would go to the potion seller and after talking to him once or accepting the interaction, you would go click the very first option, the option that states something along the lines of "I didn't want the potion anyways," will give you the true potion. You should probably not use it immediately and read what it does. Or, yeah, read what it does, because it's good for maybe 1 or 2 turns, because if you drink it you immediately die right after, unless you have the maintain worldly form spell casted on you, which only the necromancer class can do. Yeah, just a little ramble, sorry about that. And the more obscure achievement, Forged in Fire. And description, apparently. This can be achieved in the forest and going through one of the shops. I don't think it's the goblin shop. It's either one of the wandering traveler shops that sells the fungi falchion sword. And yeah, it's a sword, by the way, so be warrior or jack of all trades to equip that weapon. And once equipped, you have the achievement. Cure every single boss, that being area bosses, side fights, bosses, and unlockable bosses. We have, oh, sorry about that. Oops. We have the achievement Not Like the Goblins, which can be found through challenging the Goblin Caravan. This village needs a hero, can be obtained through challenging the Goblin Village and defeating the chief. The small game achievement would be found through the Elven Camp encounter, and in which you accept their request to go out and do a tournament or a duel, and there you would find the Captain Grimbley, which is a dwarf, protected by 2 of his men. And if you defeat him, that's how you get that achievement. Nedyak? Yeah, there we go. Nedyak you would find in one of the encounters with the portal in it in the forest. The encounter with the granny, there's an option to fight her or beat her up instead of taking the candy, and that's how you get the Gank 1 achievement. And the Gigantomancy, there we go. Gigantomancy achievement can be gained by defeating the area boss of that area, which is the giant. Simple as. And this is the dungeon version. The Dragon Slayer can be defeated by can be gained. Oh man, I'm bad with English. Can be gained by defeating the Bone Drake at the very end of the area. Mr. Bones, I want the achievement I want off, can be gained by killing Mr. Bones. And how to get to him would be through the prison encounter. And before that, you would either scavenge, picking the second option for the mysterious key, get ectoplasm, or get ectoplasm and talk to the strange ghost for the key, or have a rogue lockpick his cell, which is a guarantee. So it's and there's no check for it either, by the way. I believe. Someone might need a fact check with me on that, but it's could be or could not be a dexterity check anymore. The Your Mind achievement is found in the dungeon with the challenger encounter, which, you know, is Dante. And for the achievement, the den, whatever happened here, you would go to the den encounter, either challenge them immediately to the fight, which is the third option, or you go into the encounter and pay the toll to enter, and then snoop around by asking for information, and they then challenge you to a fight as well. I recommend just picking the third option immediately, as saves you some gold. For the achievement True Man's World, you would go to the Dead End Saloon and just take the bounty and fight Tugun Thomas there. He comes with 2 henchmen, which one is a high DPS or high single target DPS, and one is an AoE attacker, rifleman and shotgun. And to encounter the baby, you would go to the Strange Aura, and in defeating him, you would get the Purification achievement, which gives you a boon called the Pinnacle. It's not that good, by the way, for such a hard fight. And yeah, that should be every single dungeon boss achievement and all forest boss achievements. Moving on to a little extra, actually, for the dungeon. There is an iShop at which you can buy a summoning star from, and this summoning star can be used on the portal encounter for the dungeon. Using it there would give you 2 options. One, or actually, I should probably go this in order as to not confuse you guys. The first option is accepting the mark, which would give you a +5 to stats and a 10%, I believe 10% minus to max HP. And the first option would get you the achievement. Such fascinating evolution. Now, picking the second option to fight the mini boss, or side boss rather, will not give you any more achievements, or any achievement at all. But it will give you, I believe, some weird material that you can use to craft charms for strength or dexterity characters. I wouldn't know, as you would need like a high amount of them, like 3 or 2, and I can't really get those as a soloist, so yeah, just keep that in mind, I guess. And I heard they're not that good either, so yeah, there's that. So here are the achievements from challenges that the game offers: Boss Rush, Dungeon, and Ultra Violence. I have videos on these, by the way, but just to cover over them again. Boss Rush, you kill 4 of the dungeon bosses, which would be the baby, Dante, Mr. Bones, and the Bone Drake. For Ultra Violence, you kill 10 out of the 12 trainers, and you beat the game by defeating the Bone Drake. Now, a side note for Ultra Violence, you might want to get that achievement done as quick as possible, since we don't know if they're gonna keep it as defeating or beating the game, beating the Bone Drake, or defeating the game, or not defeating the game. Let me reword that. We don't know if it's gonna be kept to defeating the Bone Drake after killing 10 trainers, or beating the game. With the addition of the third area pretty soon, or in a good amount of time, that challenge might take even longer than before. So there's that to also keep in mind. Holy, And you see in the bottom the Halloween hijinks achievement, and that one is now unobtainable. Okay, the game's got to stop doing that. And in our last section, we have rare and RNG related achievements. So let's talk about oh, actually, something of note, these achievements can all be gained in the forest only. So in the forest, there's a random chance to meet a man in the suit, which is going to be a Matrix reference, and if you talk to him and go into that encounter, he gives you two options, the red pill or the blue pill. Picking the blue pill will keep you in game and give you energize. Not really what we want, but I guess it's nice. But picking the red pill now will kick you out the game and provide you with one of the rarest achievements, I believe, in the game. And for the Chosen and Chosen question mark, this achievement, or these two achievements, can be gained through the Sword and the Stone. And let's see, let's talk about the requirements real quick. You would need to be either Warrior or Rampager to Tug, which gives you a 1 in 20 chance to get the Link's Sword, which gives you the Chosen achievement, and gives you the Chosen One boon. Okay? Now, drawing the sword does nothing, but if you were to pull the sword as Rampager, specifically only Rampager can pull the sword, you get a 1 in 10 chance to get the sword in the stone. Capitalize in the stone. You will then get the Chosen question mark achievement. And the weapon you get instead of the Link sword is a big old hammer. It's just a sword with the giant rock on top of it. So, you know, it's registered as a great sword, but it should have been called like a great hammer or something. I don't know. Don't mind that. Don't mind that. For Urpld, right? You would go to the Granny encounter, and instead of beating her up, why would you do that, by the way? I totally didn't do that. You would then accept her sweets, and there's a small chance, I believe 5% or 1% chance, of getting their Urpld modifier or mutation or something, and in which obviously it turns you purple and gives you the achievement Urpld, which is also a boon too. It's quite rare, and I see a lot of people going crazy over it because it's really hard to get for some reason. And for the very last achievement that I'll be talking about, a fantastical fish. Now, the item itself is a time traveling fish, or a fish that travels through time, which is a 1% loot drop or scavenge drop from the third option in scavenge. So you click the scavenge button and click the third option a lot of times till you just get a fish that travels through time. No, that is all. If there's any more future achievements, I might do a little cover on them. You know what? It's good content anyways. I'll do a little cover over them. And man, whew, this is a really long-winded video. I'm so sorry. It's just a big old yap session. You can just mute it if you want and just go through the video looking over at every single achievement. Oh man. I'll see y'all later, I guess. Woo-wee! Who's excited for Area 3?